Hello, this is Paulo, your favorite influencer, and today we are playing our last match against LTaco. And yeah, I was not sure if I should upload the match against Falaka, my last match, because I was raging pretty badly and I was saying pretty negative stuff, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So this kingdom looks kinda decent. We got Vampire and Altar for gains, Emissary and Catacombs for draw, Festival and Carriage as a village. So plenty of stuff. And I need 4.5 wins to beat Grimbros. So that will be a challenge for sure. I've never played LTaco, but I think he's also a very good player, I believe. So do we start Fisherman? Like Fisherman Dungeon, I think. Fisherman Dungeon, I think is the best opening here. Would have liked to do Delph Fisherman, but that is not possible. The dungeon now. Nice to see it in this hand. Hopefully we hit 5 for a vampire, I think. Should be the first 5, because we want plenty of royal carriages and a few emissaries. Maybe even a few festivals for plus buy, probably. So what numbers are they hitting here? Yeah, they're hitting 5. And I'm just hitting 4. That is a bit of a problem. So I think should double delve here. Could be just another dungeon. I think double delve is better for hitting 6 or at least 5. So we're gonna play with everything besides treasury, I think. Probably carriages will run at some point. Definitely would not say no to a second vampire, but we should get our first one pretty soon. And got the vampire in hand, which is good for me. And I think I will take the altar over the vampire and now take the vampire. Maybe one vampire is fine, even if we play with altar. Not 100% sure on how much vampire to play in every game. Oh, haunting is painful here. I think the double delve over the dungeon was correct. Otherwise, we wouldn't have hit. Would have been less likely to hit 5 or 6. So we hit 5 again. Do we go for the second vampire now? I mean, it's not gonna do anything for the wolf den points, but I think this board is strong enough not to bother too much about wolf den. In general, I think if a board is like more than average, averagely strong, it's like landmarks do not often matter that much. So I will do a second vampire, why not? And do we want another silver? I'm going to say no, because I would rather see both of my vampires pretty soon. Yeah, and they already have a pretty good deck going on here. Hmm. So yeah, I think this was just me not hitting 5 here. Second shuffle can be really painful. What do we do now? An emissary sounds kind of good. Royal carriage emissary sounds good here, I think. Do not want another silver. We have 3 vampires? Do I really have 3 vampires now? That was not meant to be. Yeah, 3 vampires. Okay. Maybe that was the mistake. Maybe I could have picked up another dungeon last turn. No, I just hit 2, right? I will pick up another dungeon this turn. Maybe it's time for a festival. And another carriage or another emissary. I think another carriage is maybe a bit better. I think we're gonna carriage this altar here. Now got, I think, 3 bets. I have to look this up with the Empire. No, we just got 2 vampires. Yeah, whatever. How can they have this good of a turn? Did I really make a bad mistake? I mean, I'm second player and I had the worst shuffle, but I must have made a mistake here, I think. Looking at this. But I think we still could come back. It's not very likely, but it's possible. 3 festivals that they are drawing like that easily. Another festival. I think I'm gonna call carriage at this altar. Definitely want another emissary. I think I do want another festival. Okay. We could have delved here or get another dungeon, but I think that's not the play. 2 dungeons are enough. Sadly, we see them colliding here. Just like this is not a good hand, but they are also dotting. So yeah, let's see. The lure is also not great. I think we just trash 2 and skip our turn. Okay, Mountain Folk is the ally. Could be consistent here, I'd say. If we get 1 Mountain Folk turn, could be huge deal, I think. Or huge is, I mean, it's 3 cards, but yeah. We have to trigger the shuffle twice with the emissary. I think they already used it. So that's why they had this good of a turn. I think LTaco is also a German speaking player. One of the few ones who are still playing, I would say. Maybe Catacombs at some point does something for us. Something better than emissary. Yeah, maybe we should start picking up Catacombs in the future. Oh yeah, we got 3 vampires, right? Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Do we want to call carriage here? Let's do it. Don't call carriage here, I think. Now we want to take another carriage. And we want catacombs now. Or festival. I think it might be 1 catacombs. Here we could take double delve. So we are now a bit thinner. And I really want to keep the vampires going, I think. Definitely got some draw in the hand, I assume. After the last commentary, like commentating Falakast, me and Falakast match, I was really thinking like, should I stop the commentary, because I think I'm not doing the greatest job at commentating and slash or YouTube. So yeah, not feeling too confident about my videos or something like that. But probably everyone is facing that problem. But I think most of the players got something more interesting to tell about the boards. Like they would tell something about being able to come back here, but maybe some would have just resigned. But I don't know. Maybe I should resign this one. They really have like a lot more actions than I do. I got 6 festivals. That's absolutely amazing. There is also a lot of economy. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything here in this part, honestly. Even buying copper for the altar trash, I think. Nice to be that comfortable. You probably have to green here, but I don't think I can do more than one province, sadly. They are taking their time to think about gaining more coppers. Does this look? I think I'm going to actually discard this one. Carriage this one. And so we could get like 9 economy and 6, 15. Probably I want to get rid of my dungeons. Get another festival. Another carriage. Don't want to call this again. End actions. Like province stealth and feel. Hopefully our vampires are gonna do something at least. Last festival. Probably a duchy at this point. And more carriages, I would say. Maybe we should have thought about adding coppers now. We did have the chance, right? Yeah, we did. But I should have definitely thought about adding more copper there. But I really, really can't afford that. But I think I won't that anyway with the mountain folk thing. And with just the current state of my deck, so I should have probably added 2 coppers or something like that. Also for the bet, now I have to trash my bets with the bet. Which is probably at this point they will probably pile out, right? Do they have it here on carriages? Emissaries? Or carriages and dungeons probably. Grab more dungeons. Or in the emissaries. GG's definitely was a good one. So now let's see, what does game 2 have for us? We have a black market game, which is pretty nice. And we have a 5-2, which is not that crazily nice. I mean, with ball, it's just, do we grab here? Do we want? Do we want 2 ball for black market? And Ghost Town doesn't seem great. Definitely we're gonna ball. We're gonna ball for Black Market Devil's Workshop. I think Devil's Workshop does seem pretty good here. I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if it's correct or not. But this will be my storyteller. This will be an egg and Probably a ghost town. Uh, Not sure about the egg, but I want another cut as well. I mean, the egg is probably fine. Gonna need to plus buy at some point, but we really have to like get some trashing from the black market. And yeah, then we can do fun storyteller, loot stuff. Would you have opened like what would you have opened like ball for? Can you open here? Definitely black market, right? Is there an argument for black market envoy? No, I don't think so. Do we want a ghost town now? Doesn't really do anything for our next hand. I think it's the best we can gain here. Silk Merchant is pretty nice. For Spy is pretty good. And Villager and Coffer is also nice. Should be a Silk Merchant. Oh no, they want to ball for Ghost Town Envoy, makes sense. Probably had something good going here. Oh, Monkey does not seem bad. It is a good card. I will go for it. I like Monkey. Yeah. This will be Envoy Ghost Town for sure. Also, we have to have the storyteller to draw. I think in general you want to get like Ghost Town Envoy engine going with playing a bunch of black markets inside and hopefully playing storyteller loot inside if we can. So, Envoy Ghost Town for me. Pretty good Envoy reveal from them. Probably got some action still down there. They got 2 black markets already. That is pretty crazy, in my opinion. Definitely don't want to see this ghost town. Gonna ball for double ghost town here, or ball for maybe the storyteller should have been a ball from me too. Yeah, this is not great. Ah, I really would have loved to hit 3 here. Just do one more egg because I want to really get my deck going here. I want to really get a focused, I meant. This already doesn't look too great for me, I believe. Count looks very good, right? Gatekeeper, okay. Gatekeeper I would have definitely not taken I mean, it's good against the black market deck, and I really want to fish some good cards from the black market, but I really think Gatekeeper is not necessary here. Probably will discard the Devil's Workshop, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna draw deck anyway. One ghost turn for sure is not enough. I think I'm gonna gain 2 cards and an imp. Oh, infirmary angle. Oh, that's pretty good, I would say. Stuff is also pretty good. Yeah, get attacked. And take the last 2 ghost towns. Now we gotta focus. Do we even need these ghost towns? Get the stuff now. I think we can do one more black market. Right. We also get an imp with it. I think it's fine. But we do not have a monkey in play, that is to say. Maybe this should have been a storyteller or an envoy. Yeah, I'm gonna discard the gatekeeper for sure. Hmm. We should definitely have picked up one more envoy. Hmm. And play the ghost town. Maybe the monkey was also not that powerful. But I think it did do good for us last turn. So, but now we have kind of have a problem. We do see the envoy, which is pretty nice. They probably will discard the imp. Oh, mine. I'm always pretty tempted by a mine. Do we take the mine? Hmm. I think I'd rather go for the sanctuary. And 2x. Just one more envoy. I think just one more envoy. Maybe this could have been 2x with the monkey in play, but I want to play it safe, I think. Like now we really don't have to worry that much about deck control anymore. Piles are not that crazily low, so I think we could like consider Could consider greening at some point, but I think it's just a bit too early now. Definitely now want more eggs and maybe even more trash. Spice merchant would be great, but yeah. What else would be good? Spice merchant would be good. An apprentice would be amazing, I think, here. Also with those loot decks. Should have probably not been a coward and took the mine. But yeah, I do want to win this game, so no mine for me today. He's already, I'm realizing he's in very good shape, it seems. Yeah, you don't take one of these, right? They took, what did they take? They took the minion? Okay, they took the minion. I don't know if I should love, I love that decision, honestly. Probably just cut the stuff here. Fortunate. Do we want lab or city? Lost city? No. Oh, tactician is pretty good, right? Still that good. Could I have played this in a different order that I have drawn into the tactician? Do I even want the tactician? I mean, I got the stuff, so I probably should use it, right? It does not play well with our ghost towns. It does not play well with our ghost towns. So I'm gonna not get it. Get like province. Do we even want the province? Or do we want more storyteller, more eggs? I think I'll go with one province and one egg and probably shop. I think the imps are still fine. You cannot take the imp. Oh no, I should have probably considered dropping the minion here because maybe they are going to do some black market, gain stuff, and then play all the treasures and then draw with minion back up. But I think it's Gotta go to the toilet real quick. So, what did they do in the native village? Does not seem too scary to me. They, yeah, did not do much more. Yeah, it's kind of take me here. I will throw it a ghost town. Eyeball here. What do they want? Envoy merchant camp or envoy egg for the plus buy now? I do think I'm in a good spot here, honestly. Depends on what I'm drawing here for sure. Monkey first. No, let's play the black market first. And do I want the Sentinel? I really love Sentinel as a card, but how much is it doing for me? This I'm gonna go with don't buy. I really love Sentinel and all that, but I think it's just not worth it. Goat is pretty good though. Got our two envoys down there, which is pretty sad. They get gatekeeper down the first time. Yeah, I think the gatekeeper buy. I can understand it at some point with the loot and stuff. But honestly, I'm not that impressed by it. Bronze for me. Black market. Ooh, knights. Woohoo. Knights. I will go for knights. That's for sure. um, Lady Envoy. Maybe we should have. There's definitely something to screw up for me here. I will get a Molly for sure. Oopsie. I forgot about the gatekeeper attack. That's very kind. Guess that's not an undo you have to give, I think. I will not buy any of these. I wouldn't buy double province, though. Or is it like province, ball? No. Oh, I really want another imp. I think we can take one more imp. We should really think about more village. Do they have another village? I think I'll discard the envoy still, but I'm not sure. Do they have another village? I think they bought a native village, right? So I think they should, no, and a mountain village too. Yeah. Would you have granted this undo, this knight undo? I'm thinking, like, if you're already behind and someone grabs a knight at a black market, and would you grant this? I think most of you would, right? You are all pretty, all the listeners are pretty merciful undoers. Like they give, most Dominion players give a lot of undos, so yeah, it's not a problem. Should not be. But on the ladder, it's kind of different. There's always like this one person who like doesn't grant the simplest undo, and that is throwing you off like crazily. Wayfarer does not seem too bad, right? A non-victory card you have from supply pile. But I can't see a pile emptying here. You can see the province pile emptying here. That is what I see. Loot is pretty okay. Hopefully we are gonna see the storyteller here. So how much do we want to draw? I don't think I need to draw more than that. Black market, stuff the monkey for sure. For some reason I want a grave robber in my deck. Can I afford to play it? Not sure about taking Silverger here, but I think it should be fine. Hopefully they can triple province. Was just got a phone call. So let's see. It's probably nothing they really want to gain here from the black market, I would assume. Oh, they now go for the discount. That is pretty smart. I'm gonna discard the innkeeper here. Discard another envoy here. They won't be able to triple, right? That's my famous last words. And this is all crap. Maybe crossroads could be good for you. So I'm gonna discard it. So I think they don't have any more villages down there. But yeah, they will draw deck. And hit probably something like, yeah, not that much. They got the sculptor. Should gain them silver, I think, and they will probably have to do double duchy here. This one, I think, I really got a bit luckier than my opponent with the black market stuff. Like getting that infirmary was pretty decisive, I think. I will I will be able to double triple province, right? Because I can mill. Shop. Black market stuff. This one. And yeah, that was quite a nerve-wracking game, but we won it. I will be getting in a little pause. We'll be back soon to do shitty commentary. So I need to win all of these games now to make it to B, which does seem like a miracle for sure. But let's see what we can do. So on to game 3. What do we have here? We have a rebuild. We have forager, we have catapult, we have druid, which, but we have no village. We have no village here. Sadly, we don't have the gain a forecast boon, the Earth's Gift. We could do something potentially here, but I think this is just gear rope, a forager rope. I think gear is fine, right? We got necropolis for a village, but I think this will turn into something more money-ish, I would say. Get our second gear. This should be a 10 probably, or another rope. Would not hate another rope. I think 10 is a bit better. Yeah, not sure about this part. Probably it's really about getting these treasure maps in at right spot. Or is it? I would say it's pretty money-ish, this one. If there were like no shelters, I think rebuild would be potentially playable here. Maybe it's a bit too slow still, slower than the money stuff here, but money stuff is not all that fast here, I would say. Let's set aside these two and grab another 10. Don't love it. Or do we just want the gold straight up? No, I think it's another 10 for me. Yeah, almost hitting 80 for double treasure map. I really need to get the trashing going faster here. Sadly, we don't see rope here. So I think this is just a gold for me. What does the gold do? Potentially lets us get rope and something more. The treasure map is like pretty. It pretty stops us a lot. But I think I have a feeling they will go for the treasure map stuff. But let's see. Definitely want more ropes. I want definitely. Okay, they go for the treasure map stuff. I was wondering about that. We do not see the gear. What do we want? 2 more ropes. I also kind of want to do the treasure map thing, but I think therefore we are not that well trashed. Yeah, maybe this should have been the first end should have been a rope to get like the trashing more going, but honestly don't think it makes that much of a difference because then is also quite nice. Drawing cards is pretty nice, and a trashing here is maybe a bit more important in the beginning. Like I think it's good to get treasure map stuff going pretty fast, and therefore trashing cards is maybe a bit more important than getting to draw your deck. This really sucks. I think I'll just do one more rope here. Try to do the treasure map stuff next turn. Should we treasure Necropolis? Maybe not. It should be a scouting party, right? The province. Or just then. Probably makes more sense than province here. I can set aside 1 copper here and also do the treasure map thing now. Still think we are in this, but I'm not sure how long. They're gonna get the last ropes and tens, which also makes sense for me to do that. search this. Don't see the second treasure map. It's a bit of a pity. Get another den here, or Druid really doesn't do anything here, sadly. I think it's another den, just so that we can maybe draw with the gear into our goals here. Double province. Definitely tempting for them, I would say. Maybe province 10 would also make sense, but do they even need to then, like, not enough sin? Probably also trash these coppers. I'm not sure, but I think it's fine. So how much do we have here? 9, 11, 13. Or maybe we do want one more rope. Like province rope. Maybe this should have been a den of sin. Now that I'm thinking of it, but I think we need the economy to get to double and do something really threatening. Yeah, what a sideboard. What can you do about it? Maybe we could have even like opened the catapult rope over gear rope, but maybe that's a consideration we should have thought about. So they're thinking very long about trashing here, probably. Could probably make sense to not trash here anymore. Then reliably hit double province. This match is gonna go very long. Are they still here? Did I disconnect or something? No. I'm still here. Oh, something is happening. Double province from them. Yeah, seems winning. Oh my god, this is. We got 3 ropes on there. Or 2. 3 ropes down there. That's quite unfortunate. Mm. Yeah, they will probably double province here, I would assume. Should have definitely prepared that with the gear. But yeah. Just province Dachi. I think I can play this out because I'm a very honorable sportsman. So on to game number 4, in which we have quite a good conquest board, I would say, in which we could bargain if we want to. I think I'm just gonna go with the Crucible and probably a silver. And yeah, see, a silver will be pretty good to play here, I would say. So we will not We got that much stable. That is clear. They have the 5-2, really? Ooh, that's pretty painful. Let's take another silver. Get out trading post. And let's get a seer next. And we probably want some spices, I would say. Okay, bargain for spices. I think I want seer first. Now I'll go with the spices. Or another seer. Let's go for the spices. This will be another seer for me. This will also be another seer, I think. Spices for sure. And another seer. And we hopefully, but probably they will get the last two seers here. At least I'm expecting that. Oh no, they go for one spices and one seer probably. Then we just try to conquest the hell out of this board, right? Not that. Ooh, experience with conquest. That is not a good draw. Let's get the last seer anyways. Then maybe try to add like spices, stables, and try to do conquest in between. Double conquest would for sure be nice. We have to add some stables to it to make it reliably work, I think. Depends on our seer draw, I guess, but now what are they thinking here? It's a flag bearer, okay. I would have not guessed that. Maybe it's incorrect. So what do we do here? What about spices? Double stables? Now try to get like maybe triple conquest. Look at all the snake witches being a cantrip and being drawn by Sia, I guess. Do they want to conquest now? That is the question. I think province does not make a lot of sense here. Could also go for more stables, I think. For some stables. Thinking very hard about this one. Okay, go for cruising. So you're probably thinking about getting rid of the trading post now, I would assume. You really get a province, okay. That is also a bit surprising to me. I think I'm gonna just cut the crucible here because Sia can draw it. Just cut this one. Go for like conquest, another conquest, and another conquest, or just the stables. You go for provinces instead. I'm gonna play the stables first. See what the seer can draw. I'll play the seer here. We can actually. Not sure if getting rid of this crucible is a good thing, but I will want more conquest. Maybe this was too much of conquesting, but I think it's the right decision to do here. Maybe we should have supported it with one more stables here. But then we would not have gotten that much VP from it. I think Conquest is a really fun event, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of players do really crazy Conquest turns. And I was like, that cannot be possible. Like, you don't have like this crazy, like that many crazy experiences with the game. Like most often it's like just a normal engine, like nothing, or just like a weak engine sometimes. But sometimes you can really pop off, and that's really about these few games where you can like pop off and feel like kind of a great emperor, like feel like a kind of like a soft dictator or something. Don't know how to describe it. Maybe that's not the best. But yeah, with also with dominate, it can really makes a lot of games more interesting. So I think yeah, the events are not that bad in Empires because I'm always complaining about the set, but Conquest, for example, is pretty nice. Dominate, like I said, is pretty nice. I really also like Triumph. Yeah, they got something useful, I think, to consider at least. Yeah, I think it's right for me not to touch provinces. Maybe we can triple, but I think it does not seem that easy, especially because we trashed our fucking crucible. Can we triple off this hand? No, we can't. We can triple here. We can go for more conquests, I guess. Now that we've given up the it's really not that good to go for that much conquest, I guess, because now we've given up on finding the spices, which would be like extra pressure, I think. Yeah, maybe we should have added more stables stuff. Luckily, they can't also go for a province here. I would say it's not a good idea. Maybe something like double stables, spices, or even duchy double stables. Or oh, definitely don't love that from them. We already have so much silver. That should be enough, right? 15 silver, yeah. GG's. On to game 5. What do we have here? We have Quest Trader, okay. So we're definitely not gaining any loots here, I would say, right? We have Underling, which looks pretty strong. We have everything looks pretty reasonable on this board. We also have Invest. I'm seeing now we have Invest. I really hate Invest. Investing into Hermit seems pretty good, right? In general, Hermit with Invest seems pretty good. So we probably want to use Farrier for draw. So I will take Hermit for sure here. We can trade the curses with for like still don't think it's that. Should we invest into Hermits? Or should we just do Farrier overpay? I think let's just do Farrier overpay, right? We want to see a Hermit. We did not see our Hermit, which is of course not good. So we probably won't. Okay, we hit 4, but what do we really want to invest into? Probably into Farrier. Doesn't make us. It's Mr. Shuffle Little Jigger here. Very overpay. Don't want to resolve that. And I think it's like the end goal should be playing with Vineyard here. I think I don't necessarily need to play this Madman. Get Underling here. And what else do we want to take with that? Could just be Farrier overpay, to be honest, but could also be like a cauldron or a gatekeeper even. Love all of this. Should we really do it gatekeeper here? Seems so bad. I'll go for it anyways. Really wondering why they aren't playing with Hermit here. I was about to invest into Hermit like turn 2 even. Did it very overpay trader thing. And they seem to be in a healthy spot. Especially even more states than I did. Okay, now I think we should then shift into Cauldron crossing. Now they got rid of their only treasure. But they are overpaying for infirmary again. Probably get rid of a lot of the junk here. I think the gatekeeper probably was a mistake, right? They are hitting crazy price points here, so I don't know if it was a mistake. It could take something like double bazaar here, or even double gatekeeper maybe. Not double gatekeeper does not make any sense. So I think it's just double bazaar or double cauldron. But let's see how they decide. I wanted to put Secret Cave into my ban list. That's what I forgot. Thankfully, it didn't show up in my games. Oh, they could top deck it with the insignia. Oh, I forgot that Gatekeeper does kind of nothing. Oh my god, that's very bad. That is really very bad. That I did not see this Gatekeeper interaction. Because they already had the loot before I bought the Gatekeeper, so no need to go for the Gatekeeper here. I had a Gatekeeper. I had a fear that it was that bad, and the fear definitely then came true. And yeah, it's maybe not the worst mistake, but I definitely don't want the second one. I think also the first mate doesn't really scare me that much. It's gotta be incorrect if I could go for the first mate, right? Underlings. Sadly, we don't even have enough. Could invest into something here. Could just play gatekeeper and go for a trader. Definitely would not hit loot. Let's do it. Yeah, also get insignia and let's get a bazaar with it. Buys, I think. Maybe we should make more use of our figures to always gain an underling on the farrier. Maybe we should have gained a farrier here. Because they now can't overpay for the last farrier. Yeah. We should have used the architect skill favors here, I think. It was definitely a mistake, I would say. Take a look, trying to go for the last farrier. Seems plausible. Okay, the hermit here. Continue. Top deck. Bazaar underling. We got a bazaar down there, so maybe we should just double invest into something and gain a madman with it. Hmm. Top deck this one. Architect skill, top deck a bazaar. Potion, top deck it. Skill for this one. Top deck it. We could now invest into something. Into maybe another trader. I don't know. I don't like playing with invest at all. So yeah. But vineyards should be the correct move, I think. So we already got a lot of underlings and a lot of action cards in general in our deck to make it worth. Holy crap. 2 potions, okay. So they're really honest about really going straight forward on these vineyards. I'm not sure if they got, I mean, they at least got the figurehead to draw, which is pretty nice, I think. Pretty good loot here, figurehead, I would say. Even another potion, that is pretty crazy to me. Do we want to trigger the shuffle? Honestly, I don't want to trigger the shuffle. This gatekeeper into play. Like underlying vineyard. Maybe they are shooting for the first pileout even. I mean, they just got 7 bison total at 6 ferias and 1 hermit gain. So I think a pileout is looking not too far off here from reality. Do we want more than a bazaar? Sadly, we'll gain 2 vineyards here, I'd say. So I think they are ahead here in this 5th game. Yeah, must be pretty good. I would have needed more than 1 potion, I think, to win this. Sadly, we don't have our art to play the potion. And West Trader thing was pretty shitty for me. Maybe I should have invested in Bazaar instead. I think I'll go with no trashing here. So we get the Hermit in exile. We'll do an infirmary then. We only hit 7, which is not a good number. Just 1 more potion. More infirmaries. Just for the potion points. Hopefully they can't pile here. But if so, then let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. That is a great song, right? It's even greater if I sing it. We are gonna draw into a second potion here. Are we gonna win this game? That would be amazing if I draw into the second potion here and win this game. It would be like a miracle. Come on, potion, potion, potion. No. Where are you when I need you the most? Top take another potion for sure. We have to go for the win here. I don't think another infirmary does anything good here for me. So I will not do that. We probably will see a potion here, I assume, because they got 4 of them. Does the province defend them? Probably even the province will let them win. But looks like they don't find a potion here, because they would have definitely played one. Oh yeah, player infirmary. Are you winning there? Oh, they found a potion. Okay. GG's. Going on to the last game. Hopefully we'll perform a bit better than that. Okay, we have cultist, we have received tribute. And we have salvage a fortress here, which could come up. We have salvage a cultist. Definitely want to hit cultist early on here, I would say. So we'll go for the salvager, probably silver or red catcher, or even a courtyard. Don't know if I love the courtyard, if I want to hit dwarf. So I'm gonna go for the silver. Now it's going to be a hideout, I think. Let's do a dwarf first. I don't think I need to worry that much about the cultist here. It will be second dwarf. Fortress now. Another hideout for the ruins, I think. What is this? Could for sure be another dwarf and another fortress, just. I think I'm in a very good position. It's also very nice. Another fortress. We should have had a wharf pretty soon, right? I mean, yeah. What do we want here? Another silver, another hideout, even. Another silver gem, just because I want to trash fortress. Make that my payload. It's probably not a correct buy here. But sometimes you just want to go for the cards you're feeling. That is more important than cards that are getting you the win. What do we do now here? Just 3 wharfs. Well, definitely go for 1 wharf. One carriage, one in. Still got one red catcher on armed. I think that's gonna deal with this ruined village. And what are we gonna do about payload here? This is our payload. Is it really just salvaging fortress? Might be, right? Then like Piley Estates or something like that. Depends on how much wolf they are playing here. Will they get more wolf? Okay. So maybe we can end. It's very close to a pileout for sure. That's still not enough. So we do one more wharf here. Province. And another red capture. Maybe this could have been an estate or more coppers. Not sure about the coppers. Luckily, they have kind of a dot here. So hopefully we can take advantage of this dot here. We can. Definitely GG. And thanks for listening me, although I'm not doing my best job at commentating. I'm really appreciating it at least. And I can report. Good luck in your last one. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I will see you